The crypto market is absolutely tanking right now. Bitcoin, XRP. We have a lot to talk about in this video, guys, getting you guys prepared for exactly what to look out for over this next week's trading week. So again, guys, before we get into all of that information, if you guys do enjoy the type of information and analysis that I provide for you guys in these videos here, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot in spreading this information out to as many people who actually want to learn. And again, make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys don't miss another video like this. Now, very quickly, I know we talk about this a lot. Again, everybody gets 50% off to my private mentorship community with code TRADE. It literally only comes out to 30 bucks, guys. If you guys are interested, make sure you check out that link down below to make sure that you're securing this lower rate before prices go up at the end of February. Remember, you guys get both the educational courses, the private live streams, the full list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, the macro research reports, the single stock research reports. Again, this is the one-stop shop for coming in and learning how to have long-term success in the market. You guys have seen all the calls that I make out here for free. Just imagine what's in that private community. So I first obviously want to talk a little bit about the chart of Bitcoin here. Again, with what we were saying in prior videos is that if Bitcoin was able to hold above these this 10 exponential moving average here, we could easily see a very solid long setup forming to the upside and some continued bullishness out of the big boy here, Bitcoin. But again, what did we also outline? If you start to get daily candle closes down below this 10 exponential moving average, it is very, very likely that we are going to go down and test a couple of these lower levels here. So again, this really has to do with a lot of these tariff announcements, which we are going to be talking about in this video here as well. Obviously, we have to get you guys prepared for this next week and outline a couple of these risks here. If this type of volatility and honestly fear out of the market continues, I would not be surprised if we traded down to this 94,000 area on Bitcoin here. Again, with that line in the sand being right around that 90,700. That's kind of my area right now where I'm saying that if Bitcoin can hold above there, especially on this weekly time frame here, guys, you can see that we're just kind of chopping around. If you're able to hold above that 90,700 area, I would remain just kind of overall net bullish. If you start to close down below there, watch out below. The sell-offs can get very, very aggressive. Now, when we come over here and take a look at XRP, guys, and if you watched any of the videos over the last basically 5 days here, I gave you guys a really, really solid look at what to look out for XRP. You can just go back and look in the videos. What did we say? We had a potentially strong bullish setup here if we were able to continue holding above this 10 exponential moving average. If we broke this 321.60 area here, we could have easily seen that push to the upside, but the main thing that I outlined for you guys was, again, very similar with Bitcoin. If we break down below this daily 10 exponential moving average, we were probably going to come back into this zone here with that first area to look out for right around 271. And again, with a couple of these other levels down below in here that we would have looked to target after. Absolutely nailed this, guys. So, again, XRP is down about 12.7% right now. The crypto markets are really aggressively bleeding out. Taking a look at this on a little bit of a larger time frame here, it is possible that you go down and test this weekly 10 exponential moving average here, guys. Again, I'm not here to just sit and say and be a cheerleader for a lot of these different cryptos out here. I'm giving you guys the real raw information about what is most likely to happen next. Again, guys, in order to have long-term success in the market, you have to understand the big picture, and that's exactly what we are seeing play out here. So, again, that weekly 10 exponential moving average around 234 could easily be the spot that XRP ends up basing and maybe starting to kind of consolidate before potentially another move back to the upside, a little snapback retest. But what I really want to talk about here with you guys is really what everybody should be looking for going into this next week's trading week, whether it be in relation to the equity markets, the stock market, the bond market. We need to talk about a couple of things here, guys. We obviously know that Donald Trump did enact those 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. We also have 10% tariffs on China, and as well in Canada, the oil tariffs are, I believe they're 10%. So the market is not liking this right now at all, as you guys can see. Why is that? Well, for a couple of different reasons. I think we want to talk about this one here first. The tariffs on imports from the U.S.'s three largest trading partners will affect trade worth about $1.3 trillion, representing 43% of U.S. imports based on 2023 data and close to 5% of U.S. GDP. The action will raise the U.S. tariff rate from its current level near 3% to 10.7% based on current import patterns and deal a significant supply shock to the U.S. economy. Model parameters used by the Federal Reserve to estimate tariff impacts in Trump's first term suggest this could knock 1.2% off of GDP and add around 0.7% to core PCE. Those estimates assume retaliation by trade partners with tariffs at the same level, which is basically what we are seeing Canada start to enact here as well. But as we've been kind of talking about a little bit here, guys, the risk here that the market has is stagflation, which is it's the Federal Reserve's worst nightmare. Stagflation. That is not an environment that you want to be in. High inflation, high unemployment. That is a very, very dangerous spot for an economy to be in. And that is what the main fear in this market is right now. The second thing is that you also have to think about the impacts of US businesses. When we move over here, again, Jaguar Analytics, if you guys aren't following on Twitter, make sure you guys are. Really, really solid Twitter account here. NVIDIA, friendly reminder, Foxconn in November of 24 revealed the world's largest NVIDIA GB200 facility in Mexico to meet Blackwell demand, NVIDIA's newest chip. This will now face a 25% tariff. Also, about 70% of servers currently shipped to the US by the Wistron Group come from the Mexico factory. So this is a big deal, guys, in the market. And again, I do think that the market is overreacting a little bit here still about these tariffs and as it relates to kind of the mid to longer term impacts of how this is going to affect our economy. But that really doesn't change anything in the short term here. The markets are incredibly volatile. Monday is going to be a very, very interesting day. And what I want to leave you guys with is this. When we see markets starting to behave like this with all of this volatility, it is incredibly important to make sure that you aren't kind of getting ahead of yourself and trying to take on too many new positions all at once or really taking on too much risk. This is a time to take your foot off the gas and to kind of analyze the situation and the landscape that we are in and start to determine what the next likely outcome is going to be for the next couple of weeks and months here. Is it going to be a snapback rally? Is it going to be continued selling in US markets? As of right now, we do not know. And that's what I want everybody to be thinking about here. We do not have, again, a really good understanding of the mid to long-term impacts of the actions that have been taken by our new administration over the last basically 5 days here. And that is what is leading to all of this uncertainty in the market. And the reason why we're seeing this aggressive price action here. So I want to make sure everybody's being careful. This could be a very, very wild week in the markets, but it really should be a little bit of a boring week in a lot of your trading accounts as you start to kind of analyze, okay, where is this next most likely move going to be? So team, that is really going to wrap up this video here. Just kind of looking at XRP again, just to kind of wrap this up. Again, this has been a very significant sell-off. I outlined this for you guys. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed, liking these videos, sharing this with a friend to make sure that, again, we're spreading this information out here so that we can keep people safe. So, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you did enjoy, remember, go hit that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.